Good evening. My name is Kalvin from Monash University. Thank you for coming. Tonight, I'd like to share the paper that I have written about promoting educational community service to empower Papuan children by engaging Papuan youth and service teachers. My presentation will be divided into 5 parts. The first one is the purpose of study. The second one is the background. After that, I will explain the programs, constraint and solution, and the last one will be the benefits. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this paper aims to first to empower, inform to the public about what Papuan youth have done so far, and also to inform about the benefit will be gained and have been gained by the establishment of ECS. The second one is to encourage more Indonesian youth to initiate the same program in their own region, either it is in village or in the city. And the last one is to encourage the government, local government, and private parties to pay more attention for the ECS by giving the support. Okay, before I explain about the background why some youth in Papua start to establish this organization, I will explain about what is Educational Community Service. So Educational Community Service, or ECS, is a non-profit organization driven by some people or a group of people with the intention to bring benefit for the community. Okay, so the data from for this paper taken from 5 different organizations, which are Itong Bisa, Edu for Papua, Rumah Kita, Sag Foundation, and Fine Body House. Okay, so the question is why ECS? Why some youth in Papua come together to establish this organization? The first reason is because they have the same passion. Most of the volunteers say that they are willing to share their knowledge, their time, even their money, because they don't want to take it for granted what they already have. Now it's time for them to give back to the community. The second one is personal experiences. Most of the volunteers are local Papuan, and based on their own experiences, when they were kids, they say that it's very difficult for them to access free education in Papua. So this is the opportunity for them to give the quality of education for Papuan children. The second one is quality of education in Papua. As the first speaker said before about the data from Indonesian Statistics Bureau, saying that among 34 provinces in Indonesia, Papua and Papua Barat is the lowest in Human Development Index. So the Papuan youth think that this is the time for them to change this fact of Human Development Index in Indonesia. And the last one is youth as the agent of change. They think that no other one than Papuan youth that could build their community. So those 4 are the reason why they established the ECS. So let's move to the third part, the programs. Okay, the first and priority program of ECS is after school tutorial. If you see the picture, the first picture, that is one of my friend. He studied in University of New South Wales. He was teaching English and math in the backyard of the school, and they just learn outdoor, not because they don't have a room, but they are very flexible with the curriculum. And they don't only have after school tutorial, they also have field trip. If you see the picture on the right slide, that is Miss Tisha, also the alumni of Australian University. She was teaching about the importance of marine life for the children near the coastal area. And the second one is entrepreneurship class. So they don't only teach English or math for the student, they also train the children to learn about entrepreneurial skill. Like they teach them to make noken, and they teach them how to create, how to design, and at the end how to make the marketing and management for what they have to sell. The next one is they have a program named Hope for School. This kind of program is a school visitation So some of the ECS in Papua, they have programmed to visit a school in the border area and also in rural area to find information about what kind of aid or help that they can give for the school. And the next one is for foster parents. This kind of program is sustainable donation. They match one parents with one kids that they need to provide the help. And the last one is medical checkup. So it's not only about education. They also usually provide a monthly medical checkup for the community. So they collaborate with doctor, dentists, and nurses around the village. Okay, so that is the programs. However, for every good things that you want to do, there's always like the constraint. So the first constraint is the lack quality of tutor. So this problem is not because the tutor is not mastering the lesson, but like the lack of the teaching methods. Like they don't really know how to teach a particular lesson. So to tackle this problem, some ECS like hire the tutor from reputable university in Java to train the tutor, usually 3 to 6 months. The next one is tutor availability. Because of most of the tutor are university students, and during the examination weeks, the number of tutor will be reduced. So to tackle this problem, we invite more tutor from social media such as Facebook and Instagram. And the classic problems that non-profit organizations usually face is fund and materials. And to tackle this problem, the ECS in Papua, they usually conduct fundraising, and also they ask for aid from Australian government, US government, and several private parties. And the last one is because of the culture. Most of parents in Papua, because they think that this is free education, so it's not compulsory for them to attend this ECS. So it would be difficult for the tutor to monitor the improvement of their children. To tackle this problem, they conduct seminar for the parents to show the importance of education for the children. And also they have like door-to-door regular meetings. So the tutor come to children's parents' house to explain the improvement and development of their children in ECS. Okay, let's move to benefits. So first, benefit for the children. Of course, the free and quality tutor. Most of the children, when they attend this program, they say that academic improvement, academic achievement is improved. And the second one is fun and enjoyable class. We don't have like settled curriculum, which means we have flexible curriculum. The curriculum is really depend on what the student want to learn. So we don't have any like boundaries in this case. And the third one is promote problem-solving skills, creative and critical thinking. Because we don't only teach like math and English in the classroom, we also engage them with games and competitions with intention to build problem-solving skill and also creative and critical thinking skill. And the next one is practical knowledge such as communication, entrepreneurial skills, and also public speaking. By inviting the children to have entrepreneurship class and also a field trip, we hope that this practical knowledge will be obtained by the children. And free educational assistance and free medical checkup. Both benefits will be obtained by the children when they attend the ECS. Not only for the children, ECS in Papua also will give benefit for volunteers and parents. For volunteers, okay, so they will enrich their teaching skill because most of the volunteers are student teacher, so they could enrich their teaching skill and also knowledge. The second one, they could develop responsibility to build quality of education, since they think that this is our responsibility as Papuan youth. The next one is understand the complexity of education in Papua. and gain trust and positive response from the society. Because like there is a paradigm in Papua, which they think that Papuan youth, they only love party and drink. So this is the time for them to change that paradigm. And the last one is satisfaction. When you did something, something good and you see the result is good, so there will be satisfaction in your feeling. And also for parents, as I've mentioned before, that the children will obtain a free tutorial and free medical checkup. In this case, the parents will obtain the same benefits because they don't need to like spend much money for having quality of tutorial for their kids and medical checkup. And also, they, as I've mentioned before, they will have like seminar and free, regular meetings, so they could get encouragement and importance of education from tutor in ECS. And the last one is information of their children development, because like we will explain to the children about their improvement, like every 1 term, which means every 3 months. Okay, that's the end of my presentation. I want you to imagine that if only we have the same ECS in all over part of Indonesia, I could imagine that in 20 or 30 years in the future, Indonesia would be one of the most powerful country in the world. I want to share the quotation from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I believe we as the youth from Indonesia, we could bring benefit from our country, and we could change the future of the country through the development of ECS. Thank you.